Welcome. As women in business, we're so busy being busy. We're juggling life and business, and we're in the hustle. And that's when we lose sight of who we really are. This podcast is here to inspire and empower you to unleash you, the one that's been hiding behind all the roles that you play. Weekly episodes will help you to find fun, energy, and flow in life, and also give you tips and tools so you can have a successful yet simple business. My guests and myself talk all things mindset, spirituality, relationships, and of course business. Live the life that you've been dreaming of. Now, let's get to the good part. Welcome to today's episode of the Sharon Cliffe Podcast, and today's episode is 5 ways to practice positive thinking. Now, I know what you're thinking. What is positive thinking, or what is a positive mindset? Now, a positive thinking or a positive mindset just means that you approach unpleasantness in a more positive way. It means that rather than thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen, or oh, what happens if this happens, you're actually thinking the best is going to happen. So you're not thinking about the negative side of it. You're not thinking the what if. You're just like, this is going to be great. This is going to happen. You're not thinking of the negative, like, oh, if I go to the supermarket, it's going to be really busy and someone might open their door on my car. You are thinking, I'm going to go to the supermarket. I'm going to get some amazing ideas for what to cook for dinner. I'm going to buy some beautiful fresh produce. I'm going to buy some really tasty ingredients and go home and cook a beautiful meal for my family. You're not thinking, if I go there, something bad's going to happen. It's like, when your kids want to go to that party, you don't think, what happens if something happens, or what happens if, they can't get home, or what happens if, or you're thinking all the what ifs. And so you're just thinking the best, that, the best is going to happen. It's like when you go into the doctor, you don't think, what if they say I've got this disease, or what if they say that, I've got this health issue. You're not thinking that. And when you go to the doctor and they say you've got this particular, symptom or medical condition, you don't go home and Google it and think, because that's when you're starting to think the worst. If you just wait and get the information and process it and take action once you've got all the facts, that's been thinking about the best and what the best is going to happen. It's not thinking about all those what ifs. And positive thinking starts with self-talk. If you think, I'm going to go to that party and everyone's going to be looking at what I'm wearing, or looking at my hair, or looking that haven't got my nails done. They're not going to be thinking that at all. They're going to be, oh, great, look, Sharon's here. Haven't seen her for ages. I want to ask her about this. I want to see how the family's going. I want to see what she's up to. I want to know all about that last holiday. They're not going to be thinking about that. You're thinking that. So think positive thoughts. It's like, when you're showing up on social media, people aren't going to be thinking, she stumbled on that word, or she spoke too fast, so I didn't understand what she said, or she shared the same thing yesterday, she's sharing the same thing again, or she's doing the same as what that other coach is doing, or she's doing the same as podcast topic that person's doing. They're not thinking that. You're thinking that. You need to think, I need to show up today and share this because someone out there needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear that message. Someone might hear a word that you say or a phrase that you say, and it might turn them into taking action and could turn their day completely around. And if we're telling ourselves negative things and we're always in a negative mindset, we're going to draw in that energy. We're going to draw in people that are negative. We're going to draw in negative things, negative experiences. But if we're positive and we have a positive outlook, when something bad happens, or when something does go wrong, or something happens that we don't like, or someone does something that we don't like, then we're going to take a different approach. We're going to think differently. We're going to act differently if we're in a positive mindset. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is the actual tips. What are the 5 ways to practice positive thinking? So the first way that you can practice positive thinking, number 1, is use affirmations. Now, I have a book full of affirmations. I have social media accounts that I follow that share positive affirmations. It's really just you, each day, or a couple of times a day, or each week, starting the day or your week with a positive affirmation. I'm going to smile every day this week. It could be any kind of affirmation. It could relate to you. It could relate to your business. It could relate to your personal life. Any kind of affirmation that you're going to connect with and lean into that resonates with you, that is really going to have deep meaning for you, some kind of affirmation. And as I said, it could be one that you get out of a book. It could be one that you see on a calendar. I've recently bought some products and that had little affirmations on it. It was a beautiful idea. Just really having a positive affirmation at the start of the day and setting yourself up for the day. Or on a Monday, having a positive affirmation that then carries you through for the whole week. And you might look at your affirmation on a Monday. By Wednesday, you might be, starting to get exhausted. You might be overwhelmed. Things might not be going to plan. And you can go back and think about that affirmation that you told yourself or that you read to yourself or that you heard on the Monday and reset. And then then puts you back into a positive spin for the rest of the week or the rest of the day. That's a great thing about affirmations. A positive quote or some kind of words that you might see somewhere, or you might hear. Someone might have done, an affirmations record, or you might have seen someone's reel or someone's story about an affirmation. Find an affirmation that you can connect with. The second thing, remind yourself to focus on the good things. We might put an offer out there and no one buys it, or we get, a number of DMs, but then no one actually buys it. Okay, so what did I learn from that? Am I not articulating the message? Am I not articulating the value in people? Am I not showing them the value? Is the link broken so they can't actually purchase it? Is my website down? Think about the good things. Don't think that it's you that people don't want what you've got to offer, that they don't want you and they don't value you. It could just be that you need to tweak something in your content. It could be that you just might need to show up another 3 times for that person to buy it. You can't just post things once or twice and expect that people are going to buy it. Focus on the good things. If you go to dinner and you ring up your favorite restaurant and say, hey, can I get a booking? Or you go online and book, like I do, go online and book everything and say, I haven't got a table. Okay. All right. So where else can we go? Can we, instead of going to our favorite restaurant, can we go and experience a new restaurant with a different menu, with a different environment? Experience something different. Another thing, focus on good things. Like an instance today, we wanted to go and have a look at a car. Couldn't get a hold of the guy, wasn't answering his phone, wasn't answering messages. Tried to look at another car, and now it's popped up that it's withdrawn because it's sold. So rather than focus on missed out or, missing out on the car, think of it in a positive mindset. It's not the right car for me. There's a better car out there for me. It's the same when you go to try on a dress in a shop and, you're a size 10 and they've got a 6 and an 8 and they've got a 14. There's no 10. That means that there's a better dress out there for you. It might be cheaper. It might be better quality. It might be a better color. It could be better cut on you. Think of the good thing. Don't think of the negative side of it. And it doesn't matter how big or how small it is. Just focus on the positive. Like, I went to make a cup of coffee before and there's no milk because everyone's used it up. And rather than me going, I can't have my coffee, just go, you know what? I probably didn't really need a second cup of coffee today. Maybe I'll go and make an iced tea instead. Or we've got those cold teas where you just put cold water in and the tea in and shake it around for 5 minutes. That's probably better than me having a second cup of coffee. Or maybe I can go and have some flavored water. That's probably better than me having a coffee. Think of the good things. The third thing is do something nice for someone. And it could be, if someone's at the back of their car and they're packing their groceries in and they've got a child with them, you might be able to help them pack the groceries in the car. You might see an older lady there that's putting all her groceries in the car and she's got to go and take the trolley back. Take the trolley back for her. You could be at Woolies, about to put your groceries up and you look behind and someone's only got 2 or 3 items. Let them go in front of you. There's a lot of talk on a lot of the local mums pages where they've gone through Zaraffa's drive-through and the person in front of them has paid for their coffee. Pay it forward and do it to the person behind you. If you know someone's going through a hard day, send them a text. Send them some gifts. Give them a quick call and say, hey, look, I know you're busy. I just wanted to let you know I'm thinking of you and you're doing amazing. Post up on social media. Hey, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing amazing. It could be that you go and, sit with your friend's kids for a little while so she can go and get her hair done or go and get some groceries in peace. It could be that, my son was out doing something with his car and I jumped in and helped him clean it. It could be that I'm making breakfast and I ask everyone else if they want me to make them breakfast as well. There's lots of little things that you can do for people that make them feel good, but also make you feel good. And they don't have to cost you anything. And they don't have to take lots of time. I'll just be sitting here and my husband will send me the blow kiss emoji and just text me that. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then I'll send one back. And it didn't cost anything. It took him 2 seconds to do. And it made me feel really good. And then I sent one back. And it just made us feel like it was so sweet. So do something nice for someone. Number 4, focus on the present moment. How often now do you go to a concert and you see everyone with their phone up and they're recording and they're looking through their phone at whatever they're watching, whether it's a show, whether it's a movie, whether it's a theme park, whatever it is that they're watching, right? And so it's okay to quickly whip out your phone and do a quick recording, or even, hold it to the side so that you're not actually looking through your phone camera, but you're actually looking presently and you're holding your phone to the side. So you're recording it, but you're actually still capturing, you're still living in the moment and being present. Because what happens is we're so busy recording the moment that we actually don't live in the moment. We're not present. And so we're not focusing on the present. We're too busy focusing, I've got to get this angle, get that angle. And then you go home after the concert, you're like, someone says, oh, how was it? I'm like, well, I'll have to look back on my phone and have a look. Or someone will say, oh, did you, what about this part was really good, but you're too busy playing with your phone, so you missed that. And it's the same thing, when you're out with friends. Yes, grab a quick group photo, grab a couple of selfies with your friend, and then put your phone down. Listen to your friends' conversations, spark conversations, find out what they're doing, be present. It's the same when we go out for date night. I get there and I quickly take a photo of us with a drink or eating or with a beautiful view and then put my phone down. Because the last thing my husband wants me to do is sit there for 5 minutes taking photos of our food because he's starving and he doesn't want his food cold. So being present, putting the phone away so that we can engage in conversation, because that's why we're out there. We're out there to engage in conversation, to build relationships. We're not out there to be, stuck to our phones. So really just focus on the present moment. And sporting events for kids is a huge thing. We're so busy scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and the next minute you hear everyone cheer and you've missed your kid's goal because you've been on the phone. So just really being present. And, I practiced what I preach. When I was in New Zealand, I didn't really do much work. I kept my phone away, except for when I was trying to take photos and videos of us to capture memories. And capturing memories with my mum and daughter on a trip is very different to, just sending their video in a whole show that I'm watching or a concert. So capturing the memories, but really being present in whatever you're doing. And number 5, surround yourself with positive people. Like, I had a friend in high school and she was a lovely girl and I'd do anything for her and she did anything for me. But every time we spoke to her, it was this drama or that drama and this thing had happened and this disaster, and it was always something negative. And, I've still got a few friends like that. I've got a few clients like that every time it's like, oh, this has happened and that's happened. And it's like, oh my God, this and it's like, it's exhausting, but it also puts you in that negative mindset as well. And you really want to surround yourself with people that are going to give you energy, that are going to lift you up, that are going to make you vibrant, that, they say you are who you hang around. So definitely make sure that, if you've got someone that when you hang out with them, they're going to make you sad or they're going to cry every time you see them. And, it's good to let out your emotion, but you don't want someone who's going to be totally negative the whole time you're with them or going to be upset or mad or the whole time. You really need to say, look, I know you're going through something, but, let's just have a good time, or let's, focus on great memories, or let's think about, some of the great things that we can do, and just try and change their mindset as well. So that is my top 5 tips, or my 5 ways to practice positive thinking. Now, if you know someone that needs to practice positive thinking, share this episode with them. If you can relate to any of these, or you found that, these tips have helped you, let me know. Connect with me on social media. And, if you love this episode, leave a review And, if you want some help around positive thinking, reach out and we'll see how we can work together. Until next time, that's all for now. Oh, before you press stop, thanks for listening to today's episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, do the 3 S's. Subscribe so you never miss an episode each Thursday. Shout out to your community so they can be inspired and empowered. And share. Share with me your aha moments and your takeaways. By doing this, it helps this podcast to inspire and impact more women globally so they can have a fulfilling life and business. I would love for you to connect with me on Instagram, the Sharon Cliffe. And if you want to know more about me or how you can work with me, head to my website, sharoncliffe.com.au. See you next time.